That's right. I have reached a new level. Do you hear me, Kakarot? I am finally stronger than you!
Neat!
F you!
Guys, Logan JYA Drytron here with fellow Drytron Jordi Wang. He did an amazing thing, bro. And I want to let you do the honors. Let the world know, what did you achieve this past weekend?
So I just top 4 the Spanish Nationals last weekend with Megatron, Drytron Megalith, and it's a new combo where I spent hours right before Nationals innovating with my friend Abde. We call this the Jordi-Abde lock, and well, in for a surprise for everyone.
Right, so in this first video, guys, you're going to get the full deck profile. We're going to talk a little bit about the matchups. Jordy's going to give us the gas. He's going to explain why, of course, Drytron is best deck, and you should too. And in the next video, you guys are going to have the opportunity, exclusive opportunity, to see the new Jordi lock in action. That's right, he is still innovating, and I'll tell you what, guys, it's just going to blow your minds. So without further ado, Jordi, you have the floor. Let's hop into this deck list, and when questions arise, I'll pop up and ask him.
Perfect. So I'll start with the rituals. Standard Draconids, the best interruption and big beaters. When you're on the skill drain, this is just your free win, pretty much. Right. Still, I think it's a must. The new change, post Banlist, 2 Benten, 1 Natasha.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, best combo piece in the deck. Without this, you don't get so many free plus. And 2 copies is literally what makes Natasha right now even more OP in this meta. I played 6 Despia throughout the 2-day event, and I won all 6. And I gotta say, like, Natasha in time, or just stealing for OTK, is literally how you win right now. Going second, I think. I'll get to that later.
Perfect.
For the Megalith, well, the Logan version, 2 OPO, 1 full, 1 Bethor. I think this is the perfect ratio. You go straight into Barone, you're anti-Nibiru proof. I think this ratio is just perfect. I wouldn't change.
Gotcha.
For now.
For now.
For now. You never know if there's better combos in the future. For the Drytron names, 3 Alpha Standard, 3 Zeta. I still play 3 Delta. Since I played 8 names, starting with this, I still get 1 extra draw. And then I only played 2 Gamma.
Fair.
2 Gammas because there's so many times that I just drew this with no other names, and I could access Benten, for example, with a preparation, but with itself you can no longer go into Anaconda, so no DP, no side lock. So this I decided to cut 1.
Gotcha. That ratio makes sense to me, guys. No objections there.
And then for the fairies, I play the standard, the diviner. I gotta say, there's so many new interactions that I found out recently with this card. You can dump itself, make this level 4, and synchro with a full or Benten to make Barone.
Oh yeah!
It's like literally halfway through the event, I was like, oh shit, I can do this, and then NT 1 brick out of my deck too. Nice. That was really good. And I play 1 Chaos Valkyria and 1 Scythe.
Right, so I did want to ask you, while we're at this point, I think it's a good opportunity to ask for your opinion. As a fellow Drytron, what is your opinion on the Vanity's Ruler builds? And we don't have to delve too deep into it, just, what do you think?
So, lately I've seen 3 types of Vanity Ruler build. One is the Jose with Branded. The other one is with Magic Key. And the third one is with Pre-Prep and Herald of Perfection. Honestly, I think all 3 versions are solid, but the only Magic Key can play around Dark Rule No More and Droplet,
right?
Or maybe Mystic Mine, but it's very fragile after that point. And the fall, I wouldn't say it's as strong, and the interaction and the end board is just fragile to spell and traps, I think. Whereas my version, I'll explain later in the combo video, where I actually thought about all the potential 1 card out to your end board, Dark Rule No More, Droplet, Mystic Mine, and these 3 cards are so commonly played right now. So my entire game plan was to play around those.
Gotcha. Perfect.
And
okay.
I think, yeah, and Sidelock, basically if you resolve against any deck except Eldritch and Flunderies, you just win. Like they literally just scoop. and there's new ways to lock as well.
Perfect. I'm excited to see those guys. If you guys want to see that, you best be checking out that combo video when it drops real soon.
All right, I'll go with standard pre-prep
Okay.
to your Ben 10 turbo or megalith engine.
Right.
3 Nova, 3 emergency.
Gotcha.
Still my favorite cards, and I think just maxing out all, because you still play Bethor and Natasha. Those are bricks. You never want to start with them.
Right.
But you need them to break boards and set up better boards. So it's still essential.
And Jordi, quick question: 50 card list this time around again, right?
No, this time I cut down to 45 because I don't play the DP package. So
Right.
I realized like 45 is still very efficient. Yeah, I think it's like even if I play 50, it would be more engine cards. I
Right.
thought I had a version with Mystic Mine, set rotation, terraforming, and it was 50 cards, but that bricked against Flunder and Eldritch, so I decided to cut it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and for the one-off, my favorite Monster
Oh,
Reborn.
you're
as
still
always.
playing it? So listen, we don't have Verite anymore. Please explain why we still playing
Okay.
Reborn.
The reason, literally right now, if I go first, it's just one extra extender. If you can revive Penten once more, you tribute once more, you get one more search. Going second, there's so many times that I reborn a Masquerade. I steal one Masquerade, reborn one, and then I OTK. Because against Despia, but well, I mean, it only happened like once or twice throughout the tournament. But to OTK, definitely, like your opponent makes so much play to summon a big beater and then just wants to reborn it. And sometimes against Sorcerer, whenever I reborn, literally Baron, I just win. It's like free extra negation.
Oh yeah.
And then I play one Foolish, one Cold By, one Meteonis, one Fafnir. These are standard. Well, these are standard.
Right.
This is just my own tech.
That's the Jordi spice. Dude,
like, I've been using it every list.
I have to tell you, man, last format when I was playing, and not a real top, but I did decent at the regionals. I was playing it with the Reborn in there, and there were so many times when I was reborning either my opponent's DPEs or my own Verite after I had their DPE pop it before I could summon mine, and it'd be like, ha, joke's on you. It's so classic. Now, I do want to pause here again real quick, because I think, actually, you know what? We can save this for later. Let's continue.
Right. And then there is some change and spice to the main deck. I play 3 Droplet. Well, this is standard.
Right.
But I also decided to make 3 Dark Rule No More. Back then I always played, for example, Imperm, which is more flexible going first and second. But right now I realized if enemy Despia go double Masquerade, you lose.
Right.
Because we spam monster and effects so much that the Imperm just doesn't stop them. And like you can play around Mirror J easily. Like Mirror J doesn't do that much, but the double Masquerade makes you unable to play for the rest of the turn.
Facts.
And if you cannot break, all the other Despia big beater just kills you. So this was essential, and also a lot of times against Flunder, I literally like just normal summon Diviner, like step on all the traps, like trigger their map, trigger their trap, let them summon like 10 times, and then just go Dark Rule No More, and then Zeus.
Yes, that is the move. I love it.
So I literally, for me, like if I get into Diviner is just like there to like step on all the shit, all the traps, trigger all the mines, and then just like one Dark Ruler, break everything.
Perfect.
And then the Super Spice, I made like one anti-spell for the combo.
Okay.
That I'll show later.
All right, we'll see this combo in a second, guys. Don't you worry. You be patient. You'll see it. All right, let's slide on to extra deck next.
Right. So back to the OG Boar Sword for OTK. This is the new spice, Nightmare Griffin. This is what gets you into all the floodgates that you want in the deck, and also this serves as a Mystic Mine for special summon monsters that are not linked. So if your opponent has no link arrows, for example Despia, they cannot activate any special summon monster effects. So no fusion monster effects. You don't have to worry about anything.
Oh god, yes.
And then Wannapalooza, because now your Embor are more fragile, it's better to end on monster engagements in general. And also, like against if enemy has a Masquerading Grave and an Aluber, then you want to summon this so that when you attack for game, they cannot revive. And so if Despia doesn't die, like if Fusion doesn't die, Aluber doesn't come back. So they cannot block the 2 attacks. And this helps the OTK.
Got it.
one Nightmare Phoenix, because for me, Spell Trap and also a generic Link 2 is really important.
Right.
One Dagda, well, for the Scythe Lock, and then one Link Kuriboh.
Gotcha.
I'll explain why I chose this over Anima later. It's actually because of the Link Arrow. This is what I end on, so that enemy doesn't have an Link Arrow. Because if I just summon this in extra deck zone, they still have one position. So it was really important to always make this arrow so that they cannot, like, Despia doesn't play, basically.
Gotcha. Perfect. And we'll all see that, guys, in the combo video. Dude, I'm so excited. Like, I have an idea as to where it's going, but if you guys want the specifics, like, you want to know how to do it right, do it proper, do it like a top Nationals player, you guys going to have to check it out.
And then, so I have to thank Abde, because at the end he convinced me to not cut Downer for the second Zeus bullet, and he is so right. Because against all the Flunder, because I play 3 Droplet and 3 Dark Rune more, it's basically over 10% of drawing them, and this literally won me like almost every match. Whenever I needed Zeus, this was just my MVP.
Oh, sure.
So I don't think I would ever cut Downer again. I was very hesitant for extra deck space, but I think this is just so important.
I'm glad you didn't cut it, because I'm right there with him.
Yeah. And then 2 Mu Beta, the standard.
Right.
You always need more than one, I think. Because there's very high chance you eating a Imperm or Veiler.
Or an Ogre.
And having, yeah, that too. So having a second one is just really important. For the new spice, well, people already know Tornado Dragon.
Oh yeah.
But, there's the other one, the rank 6, Dragon Payron or something like that.
Yeah, the common. The
common. Yeah. Because it's a free generic Monster Reborn for level 5 or lower. I thought about playing Soul Purity as a generic extender level 6 to make that over Chaos Valkyria, but I realized this is just more generic, and a double Spell Trap Destruction is actually really good for this meta.
Right.
So if your opponent cannot break you, like you can sometimes pop that Brandon Red, and a lot of people forget this. Like for me, this meta, I think this plus a Dagda is just the most efficient way to Scythe Lock.
Gotcha.
And then one Beatrice, because you want to send all your best traps and then just recycle them.
Right.
And then since we don't have DP or Dragoon right now, Fusion is just one Entis, then one Herald, one Burrow.
Perfect.
The Logan combo.
Oh yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just too good.
You started it. I mean, I started. You perfected it, dude. You literally always take us to new heights, and dude. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see this combo. But we got to get through that side deck too. What's up?
Yeah. There's one play that today, throughout the tournament, because I knew this is a contact. Well, my friend reminded me this was a contact fusion. So,
right.
In order to break a board, I made Barone pop a card, and I wasted my negate. And then I did Gamma, revive Mu Beta from Grave, and then I did Contact Fusion into Entis, revive Megalith full, link, and then did some other stuff, and then link this off, and then I get one extra pop.
You actually did it, you madman!
Yeah, like halfway through the tournament, I was like, oh yeah, like my friend reminded me, and I'm glad he reminded me, because like both effects are really good. And, well, I don't know. For me, it's just really good in general. This, like, Drytron has so many outs. Like, one Floodgate doesn't stop the deck.
Right.
But I think at the end, I didn't even realize. I think I just linked off just to get the pop.
Right.
But anyways, for the side deck, 3 Lava Golem as always. My favorite out. I played DDD actually as well, twice. And this literally outs the field. Because if they only end on 2 monsters and the trap that steals a monster, they need to control DDD in order to, activate and resolve.
Right.
So this literally sits on it. Against Sorcel, the same. You sit on their 2 there are 2 synchros. You shut down the blackout as well. So Lava Golem for me is just the best out. You sacrifice your Diviner normal summon, but it doesn't matter because I side out 2. When I side this in, I side out 2 Diviners, so I only want 1 generic one for search. And then for the extra Beatrice dumps, I have 1 Token Collector, 1 Banshee, 1 Zombie World.
Yo, Flunder, get out of here with that garbage. I love it.
Like this regional, it wasn't just that, because this is also good against Dragon Link, even though I didn't see any. But it's also good against Tri Brigade, because I've been seeing more pure Lyrilisk Tri Brigades or just pure Tri Brigades. And like in theory, this is just really good. It hits 3 decks minimum.
Gotcha.
And then back row move, I play 3 Twin Twister. Just generically really good. And like Drytron doesn't mind discarding. Sometimes you even benefit from it.
Right.
And then for tech choice, I decided to go back to 3 Evenly.
Of course, yes. I think Evenly is mandatory
so
right now.
Good.
Literally
so
one of the best
good.
cards.
This I drew against so many Despias, against DDDs, again, and this literally just won me the match because you go resolve and then sometimes Despia, if they have the one that revives a fusion, what's it called? Ad libitum? I forgot the name.
Yeah, ad libitum. Yep, or whatever.
Ad libitum, that one, yeah. So they go. Sometimes they don't want to get rid of the Mary Jade, or they wanted to greet, so they would do render and red and chain to this, and they would summon that monster, and then after resolutions, bring back Mary Jade, right? But that's all they have. They have one interruption more.
Yeah.
You literally use one card to break everything.
Exactly. So cracked. So cracked.
And this side is actually kind of reference to my YCS version. I play 1 Third Column B1, 1 Roll Decree, and 1 Red Reboot. These 3 are basically my best Beatrice targets for setting up my lock.
Right.
This is just a generic extra card. If I go against Flunder, I have 2. If I hard draw 1, or if I can go full combo, I always go anti-spell, always.
Right.
Because this plays around Dark Rule No More, Mystic Mind Droplet. And right now I think the meta is basically, if you set up this against Despia, they instant scoop. Because they summon a monster, they go opening, you chain anti-spell, they have no play. Because they can't even do Super Poly, because they don't have monster at that time, and you never have 2 Dark right now. So even if they draw Super Poly, they have no target. And this just wins you the game.
The logic is here, my friend. This is absolutely flawless. Now, to close things out here, I do want to hear what was maybe your like. Do you want to do a quick snapshot? Like, what were your matchups? What were your matchups?
Throughout 2 days, I played 6 Despias, 1 all. I played 2 DDDs. I played 2 Sorcerer, I think. I played 2 Flunders, and then I played 1 pre-prep Drytron.
Really?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I only won 2 dice rolls. I lost all the rest, including top cut.
Oh my god.
But like generically, since I am not good at dice roll, I never was, and like just having 6 1 card out to fields is just really good.
Dude, I'm definitely gonna have to borrow that and give that a try. And
yeah, but if you're like a godly crafts player and you always win dice rolls, then you don't need this. You can cut this for something else,
Well, we can't all be that fortunate. Now, Jordy, one final question before we bring this to a close. Well, outside of the shoutouts, which we'll get to as well. I wanted to ask, what was the most memorable moment from the tournament? Whether it was a crazy play you made or something your opponent did, like what's something you want to flag from the day?
I remember the hardest matchup was, well, the most memorable game was against Despia, where he summoned Mary Jade 3 times in 1 turn, in my turn. And I literally broke the board, ended on this, double Masquerade with Natasha, I forgot some other monster, and I attacked, I literally OTK'd. Because I realized, like, he did Mary Jade 3 times, so he had 3 monsters to trigger that turn. And I was like, if I pass this turn, I lose. Right. So I kept thinking, and then I realized, oh shit, it's always back to Natasha. Like, Natasha just wins you the game.
Facts.
Yeah, like I have to say, if I have to choose that one card from my entire deck that is literally helping me win the game, it's either Natasha or Anti-Spell. It was like the best to set up a lock, and then the best one to like break boards and OTK.
Which you had to do a lot, considering you were losing die rolls.
yeah, literally, like this, like I think I only did like full combo like maybe 4 or 5 times in 2 days. But there's several times where I actually did the lock when I went second, because I realized their board wasn't strong enough. I broke it, and then I still did the same setup. And having that 1 extra card and having like 3 pre-preps, like I remember so many times I was like doing full combos and ending pre-prep in my own turn. And having 1 extra Meteona summon, I did this. So next turn, since I'm under anti-spell, I will start the turn with just stealing the enemy monster.
Right. Oh my goodness. Jordy has thought everything out, ladies and gentlemen. My friend, any shoutouts you want to give?
Yeah, definitely. So to my best friend Abde, like we literally came up with this new law called Jordi-Abde law. To my team attorney, and to my ex team Purple Haze, a lot of support, a lot of like we just hang out, get along well, and then everyone helped play tested. And then thanks to friends in Barcelona, Taiwan, and Seattle.
Great stuff, man. All right. Well, everyone, be sure to come back for the combo tutorial. I'm going to leave it at that. Logan JYA sign off. Have a great day. I'll see you chumps later. Peace.
意志がそう四角い空心の隙間埋める